What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining us again on this week's episode. Really appreciate you listening and everything. Here today with IOSorrow. How you doing tonight, man?
Man, we good. We chilling. We're enjoying the vibes, man. Been chilling here with Chaesar videos and my boy Lavish over there, the producer. You already know what we doing.
Catch the, there he is, right there.
There's Lavish.
You see him on the camera? Shout out.
Man, Lavish.
So before every episode, what I like to do is I like to show like some sample of the artist's work. So you'll see that right here. Here's a time code also. 119.
I just played the cards that I was dealt. Tipped the dealer kid. Flashing back to when I was LaQuaz. Ain't no one here the kid. Now I put my trophies on the shelf. Ain't no one near the kid. Remember hunger? 50-cent cakes, ramen noodles. That was. If we go shopping, she gon' buy the whole mall. She ride it, eh. She ride it. I heard tequila makes her clothes fall off. But it's okay because I'm riding double R. Look at the ceiling, bitch, try count up all them stars.
And we're back. Sweet, man. So let's get into it. How long have you been making music?
I've been making music for around a year and 3 months, 4 months, right around there, something like that. But all my music's unreleased. I only have 2 songs. All my solo music is unreleased right now. I've just been trying to study the game and just get a real warm and fuzzy for what really happens in the rap game before I just jump out and look like a lunatic. You don't want to look out of place, and you really want to know like what you're doing before you go into something. You know what I mean?
What you mean by like learning about the game, how it works and all that?
So I started off with MLB4E. There's a recording label out here, and VFX Josh helped him shoot videos and stuff, and I just wanted to finesse my way into some knowledge, bro, because I've always loved making music and rapping and doing stuff like that, but I never knew what it really took to like get the publishers and the record labels' attentions and just all that goes with it, the videos, everything. I had no idea what I was getting myself into, but after a while, like I really studied it, and I just really got a good grasp on what I had to do to become the next big thing. You know what I mean? It just comes with time. You gotta learn. You gotta study what you're doing. You gotta perfect your craft before you try to go out there in front of millions of people. It just doesn't make sense, to be unprepared.
What are you? What's like the main aspect of it right now that you're working on? You say?
Right now I'm working on my releases. Like I said, I have all my music's unreleased. All my solo songs are all unreleased. So I'm trying to work on just marketing and promoting and trying to get everything like professional. Like I don't want anything to be lackadaisical or slacked off. I want everything to be crisp, perfect, and fresh. So that way when everybody sees it, they know that like we ain't playing around. We really mean what we're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I get that. Hell yeah. So right now you said you got 1 song released, right?
I have 2. So I have Till the Wheels with Kid Money, and then I also have Starry Eyes with Cast 333. So he's a kid out from, I think he's from Ohio or California or something like that. Yeah. I don't really know him that well. He sent me a song over, and I just did it, man. You know what I mean? I just do things sometimes. You know what I mean? Off the wit. You know what I mean?
That was that all online with him?
Yeah, I've only met him once in person. That was for Kid Money's music video. I was helping VFX Josh shoot it. Oh. Shout out VFX Josh, by the way. Hardest videographer on Oahu. There you go.
Was that I forget what, I think I saw that video. Was that the one like y'all were out in a park or something? Or am I thinking of a different one?
No, that was for Element. So Element was on, I believe, on the west side, back in the cut on some farmland. Yeah. But we had this little area, it kind of looked like a garden almost. It was a dope-ass scene, man. Everybody was there. Lil Monster made a little guest appearance, too. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I saw that one. That was hard. All right, so tell me about, and by the time this is released, there should be a 3rd one out. Because,
yes. Mandela Effect coming February 24th, 2023. Just gonna have to listen to it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna give no little samples or none of that. Just gonna have to listen to it, man.
So now, since it's out, that will be released. So before we even get into anything, go in the description, check out his socials, go give it some streams, listen to it, everything, you know?
Yeah, man, you just gotta check me out. Just go on, look at what I got, going on for me and my team. We're all working hard every single day, making sure that this stuff, like I said, is crisp and fresh. and it's new. We ain't doing no shit that anybody's done, you know? This is all revolutionary, just new shit.
So you said like year 3 months, year 4 months, something like that. What made you get into music then?
So it's actually crazy. Back home, I just freestyle at parties all the time. I just always freestyle, and everybody knew me for that, you know? It was just like, but I never went to a studio.
Yeah.
So I linked up with VFX Josh because we was out partying and just going crazy and stuff. And so we linked up, and he needed a little bit of help on set with all his videos that he does. So I said, of course, because that was my boy, you know, it still is my boy. So I said, yeah, we started shooting, and I ran into Monster and Unk. That's through him, you know. He was like, come to the studio, man, we're doing a couple things. So I went in, I popped in, we all hit it off together. Then later on, I ended up being a part of MLB, but that was only for the videos at first. So Josh and Monster opened up the studio for anybody, $20 an hour. And I was like, shit, man, I'll come help out the homies, you know what I mean? Like, ain't no problem with it. But then I recorded one song, and Monster called Unk, the CEO of MLB, and said, hey, man, we need to get him on here. Yeah. And it was cool. We was all vibing out, and they really taught me everything that I know now about music. Like, I had no idea how to format a song. I didn't know how to record. I didn't know how to do anything, man. I just knew I could freestyle, and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah. So what was that like then? For your first song, you just headed over to their studio, and that was when you made that?
Yeah. So Josh used to have a studio in his living room, and Monster and him were living together. So I was just like kind of just going over there, like hearing what Monster does, and I was like, man, let me give it a shot. You know, I just want to see what I can do on it. And so I just paid the $20 an hour because I'm helping out my friends and stuff, and we just made it work. You know, it was crazy. It was just fell out of nowhere. I was still in the Army, like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even think I was getting out of the Army at that point. I had no idea what my future really held, but I'm definitely grateful and thankful for everything that has happened along the way.
Yeah. So since then, what has sort of the journey looked like to get to where you're now?
So it was really wild at first because I didn't have any music out. All we did was take it straight from the studio to Bobby mixed it, got everything mixed and mastered, and then I was doing performances with Monster. They was getting me on stage with his sets. And so I was we have a song, Never Told. I'm not sure what the release date on that one will be, but that will be in the near future for sure. We have the song Never Told, and they wanted me to open up for Chaesar with Monster. They put me on his little set, and I went up there and did my thing like always. And just ever since then, I've just been jumping on stage and trying to get myself around the right people at the right time and make sure like everything's professional. Like, I'm not trying to be out here like that goofball that just is around all these people. I want to be one of these people, you know what I mean? I don't want to just be I'm not no groupie. I'm one of them. I really am.
Oh yeah, I get that. Hell yeah. So what are your like steps that you're taking right now then?
So I linked up recently with Obi-Wan Jacoby Beats. He's fire. He's my producer too. He makes my beats and produces. And Lavish is over here with me. He came today. He's a newer member of the team, you
Shout
know.
out.
But we've been incorporating him a lot, and he's just killing it. Just been trying to keep good connections, do good business. I'm really focusing on the business aspect of this music because it's one thing to be talented, but it's another thing to have those connections and be able to smoothly go into your process, you know. I've just been really focusing on my releases, my promotions, and my marketing. I'm not trying to fluff any of that up. I'm trying to make sure everything's straight.
Yeah. So what does that business side look like then when you say that?
It comes down to really trying to get in with these promoters. Promotion and is so big. I'm really trying to, and I really, really love the sounds coming out of Hawaii too. The promoters, the upcoming artists that are already here, the community, everything. You want to get everything involved in one so that way you know like that you got their back and they got yours, and you can really build a real healthy relationship, and we can all help each other get to where our main goal is, you know what I mean? It's the most important thing is the loyalty and just showing everybody like, hey, I got you, you know what I'm saying? I'm not no funky business. I'm not going to set up a booth time with you and then bail. Like, I'm not going to do that. I will cancel whatever else there was in the way. If I made plans, I got you. You know what I mean? Just trying to make sure everybody knows that it's legit. It ain't no flake, no fluke, nothing. Like, we really mean this shit.
Yeah. So then what does like the what's the scene in Hawaii look like then? Because a lot of like my listeners aren't gonna be from Hawaii. So what's it like out here for them?
Hawaii is untapped. It's untouched. There's so many artists and there's so much talent here, but it's so hard because we're so overlooked, because by even society standpoints, they're so behind. Like by the time it gets to the island, it's been a year ago. And it's like, damn, like that's the part of being 7,000 miles out, you know, like I'm from the East Coast, so I'm 7,000 miles away, but that's just what it's from. Like I see stuff from my boys back home posting stuff. Then like 4 months later, I'll see my homies from Hawaii post. I'm like, dang, we're really behind the ball. But that's the point that I'm trying to make, is I'm sure me and all the other artists feel the same way. I can't speak for everybody though. I want all of us to really make a big breakthrough this year into the actual rap scene, not just the Hawaiian music scene, that actual industry. I don't just do rap music. I want to tap all ends of it, you know, all ends of the industry. But it just comes down to all of us working together. It's really hard it's a small island, but it's hard to trust people. That's what I've realized, is that all of us are kind of finicky on each other a little bit, because a lot of us aren't from Hawaii. Yeah. Hawaii shows love, and that's all they know is that aloha, you know. But you see that a lot in the Hawaiian artists, but you see a lot of different aspects when it comes to people who aren't from here, because they still carry on their personalities from back home. Yeah. So a lot of time we're all skittish. Like I was born in Baltimore. I was raised right outside of it. So it's like I'm a little skittish, you know. I'm like, ooh, you know, I don't want to trust everybody, but at the same time, that's what's going to take to get this to the next level.
So then, like, what do you think that will look like when everybody does come together, you know, like that?
Oh, I think it's going to be huge shows, not just these little events. I'm not going to say any, like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to say any venues, but it can't be these little events anymore. It's got to be big. It's got to be big time, so that way people want to come to the show here, because there's not a lot of people here. You could probably fit half the pop into a stadium here. It's not a lot of people at all. So it's that actually live here, not the tourists and stuff. You see a lot of people, but they don't live here. You know what I mean? They're not from here. So it just, bigger shows. We need to all like promote and market the right way and make networks. If you're from the mainland and you got connections back home, you need to tap in with other artists and give them more connections. That's how we got to build together. There's no one that's going to just do it on their own. Like, it comes down to it. You got to have teamwork. You got to all push together and make sure that this thing is just flowing, man. I can't stand to see people say, nah, I won't work with him. Nah, I don't like that music. Nah, I don't like this. If you just open your mind and you both work together, you can wear off on each other. You could, if someone ain't as creative as you could go in the booth with them and be like, hey, man, I would think this way, or you should word it that way. But a lot of people can't take criticism. It's hard. It's a hard industry. You got to have an ego sometimes. You got to tuck your ego majority of the time, because you ain't going to go nowhere over here thinking you're the biggest, baddest thing in the world, because obviously none of us are yet. Not even me. Not yet. Yeah. We ain't made it yet. So it ain't happening. So we got to work together, man. That's my biggest thing. Get the community involved. Let's start selling our clothes out here first, then put it on the internet for everyone else. Let's get this whole island vibing with what we got, because I know we got talent. There's mad talent out here.
Yeah, there is. I feel like a lot of times that also comes from you'll be hard pressed to find somebody who wants to make it more than like underground artists, you know, musicians, rappers, shit like that. I feel like a lot of times that can come from working with other people. I know sometimes I feel like this, and when I do, I try to catch myself, be like, that's stupid. Be like, almost like when other people are succeeding, it's like, oh, I'm not succeeding. So like shit like that. You think that plays into it?
It could for certain people. I can only speak for myself personally. I'm not like that, man. I want to see everyone make it. I don't really, I got like tunnel vision, bro. I don't really look at what and that's what I'm going to work on, though, is I got to start looking around and seeing what more people do. But I've been so focused on, like I said, learning this, that it's been very personal to me and my growth and everything. I'm trying to grow myself so that way when I do get out there with everyone else, we can connect. But if anyone's like, that's hating, bro.
Yeah.
That's straight up what that is, bro. If you're hating on someone's success, shut up and go get a bag. Like, get up off your ass. Why are you talking? Just don't talk about other people, you know? There's no point. It's only going to play bad for you. It's going to be bad for your brand if you're out here saying, man, they made it, but they ain't even doing it they ain't doing it the way I would do it. Then go do it. The hell are you hating on somebody for making it for? You should be happy for them. Go make a connection. Go network. Go get involved with his team, see what's going on with them if you really want his success. But it's just, you got to get your own. You know what I mean? Getting your own everything is the right way to do it, because at the end of the day, you can say, I don't owe a motherfucker anything at all. That's up to you. See, I prefer help sometimes. Like I was on a label. I'll do anything to make sure this was working, bro. I was already doing it, you know? Setting up shows and helping out any way I can, bro. I'm a team player. But at the end of the day, I did build my own studio, and I do my own thing when it comes to the music a lot. And it feels good to finally know that I'm not branching off of anybody else's popularity. I'm doing my own thing. I'm trying to build it raw and organic, you know? It just comes down to it, man. You got to be a team player, bro.
Yeah. On that note of doing it yourself and the journey you've been on of learning it yourself, you mentioned to me earlier, because we were just, while prepping, we were shooting the shit. You said that you don't want to be in a box, and you said you make a lot of different types of music. Can you tell me something about that?
Oh, yeah, man. I got Romeo and Juliet. It's a love song about a girl and a guy meeting, and their father doesn't want them to be together. And I got songs called I Hope You Feel the Same Way. I got songs called Mars, where I just not really talking about nothing, but it's just a cool vibe, you know? It's just something you can ride around in. I got SFDR, Smoke, Fuck, Drink, Rage, for those of you that don't know what SFDR stands for. That one's just my rage coming out, just the anger that I have built up in my life, you know what I'm saying? Strange in the Fiction is just a crazy, just all over the place, you're in a different world, almost it sounds like you're on drugs listening to it, you know? It's crazy, bro. But I try to tap into everything. I even do rock music, bro. I might fuck around and do a country song, bro. I don't care. I'll do any type of music, man. I'll work with any artist as long as they're willing to put in the work that I'm putting in. And if you ain't, then it ain't happening, because I'm tapping into anything. You're not gonna box me in. There is no boxing in IOSorrow, bro. There is none. I'm going to do my own thing regardless. So as long as everybody notices that, I'm going to tap every end of this industry. I'll do a song with Sam Smith. Next week, do a song with friggin' Meek Mill. Then next week, do a song with Uzi. Then do a song with friggin' Conway Twitty, bro. I don't even give a damn, bro. I don't care, bro. I'll work with you. As long as you working, I'll work with you, man.
Okay. So the vibe I'm getting this shit is you're all about making it through community and loyalty, helping each other, building each other up. What would you say are your goals and what you want to do with this?
What I really want to do is just take it straight to the top, man. I'm so tired of waiting around. Seems like my whole life I've been waiting for everyone else, before the music. It feels like I was just waiting for everyone else to do something first.
Yeah.
It's just not what we can do. We can't do that no more. I can't sit there and just wait. We got to just put this shit in motion. I want to get to the top so bad, but I don't want to just be me. I don't want to just be me. That's stupid, bro.
Yeah.
That's stupid to just bring yourself. If you know someone's tough, their music's hard, bring them up with you, bro. We need to boost each other up, bro. And that's where I want to take it, to the top. Who's willing to come with me, man? I'm working. I'm out here every single day busting my ass doing something to push my dreams to the forefront of my mind and to make this shit really work. We fucking mean business, bro. We really mean it. So if you don't, then get the fuck out of my way. You know what I mean? Other than that, it's going to the top. So come along. You know what I'm saying?
So then what is it for other artists who may be watching this, listening? What does it look like concrete for the artists out here to be supporting each other like that?
So what it looks like is when you see somebody and you meet them in person, no matter if you like their music or not, follow them. they're here. Follow them. You don't know what the future holds. You might really need that sound one day. You don't know what's going to be popping in the next year, 2 years, 3 years, even 4. You don't know what's going on. So you gotta just repost each other. Social media is so big. Promotion and marketing is humongous. If you don't promote each other and you don't want, it just doesn't make sense to me to not link up with as many people as you can that are currently working in the industry. You got to repost people. You got to get in pictures with people, picture opportunities, go to people's shows. That's what I did. There's an artist, his name slips away from me, but I was going to his shows and stuff, just seeing him perform. You know,
out here?
Just seeing how he does it, because I never been on stage. So I was like, let me see what it's really about, being an upcoming artist of some sort. And he does Latin music, Hispanic music. That shit goes crazy. I ain't gonna lie, that shit goes crazy. But it's I just like to sit back and study. You just got to sit back and study what other people are doing, and I don't copy them, but see what works, see what doesn't, see what ideas might branch off into your ideas. Sometimes you need to sit back and look around you and see what other people are doing and see if it matches, because you might look like a goofball out here and you don't even know it. Ask questions. Do you like this? Do you like this song? Hey, how do you feel about this? Hey, man, I really like your song, but I would change the flow on this part. And actually hear people out, man. You got to open your ears and listen. Don't get defensive when people say something about...
Be humble.
Yeah, be humble, man. Just, what makes somebody else shit might not make someone else shit. But you know what I mean? I don't know. Just got to be supportive, bro. Always got to support each other. That's it. Like, you got to keep an open ear. You got to make sure, like, what you're taking into your mind, you can't think of anybody as being offensive or pissy with you, or they're dissing you. Just if they're saying it to your face, that's one thing. If they're saying behind your back, that's another thing. But if they're really trying to help you, you'll know. They ain't gonna be like, yo, this shit's fucking garbage. Fuck you. No, none of that, bro. It's, hey, bro, what I would do is your lyrics are dope, but I'd spit it this way. Or, hey, your lyrics are kind of off right here, but the flow is dope. Or, hey, man, I'm not really liking this. Let me hear something else. That's a question I haven't seen people asking very much about a lot of people that I see. Like, been to a lot of listening parties over the years and shit, and nobody's like, people are just so quick to give you that constructive criticism instead of constructive positivity. Hey, man, you're killing it, but this part. Yeah. Nah, man, a lot of people deliver it fucked up, so a lot of people feel messed up, and I understand that, but just keep an open mind and keep an open ear. You know what I'm saying? And it'll happen. You'll start getting asked the right questions. If you stop reacting a certain way, you gotta just react calm and cool at all times. Go bitch about in the car on the way home. Don't sit there and get pissy with somebody. It makes you look weak. You know what I mean?
Huh. Yeah. Can you explain a bit more what you mean by, like, when you say, like, sitting and thinking and learning and paying attention to shit?
So, like, all right, say you're at a show. A lot of artists like to go see the bigger artists perform. Yeah. Watch how they walk on stage. Watch how they're selling their merch. Watch how they interact with the crowd. Watch how the distance of the microphone to your mouth. I've seen so many people performing, and it's like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, learn your lyrics. Learn every day is a learning moment. You can learn something from any walking person on this planet, no matter how dumb you think they are. They got something up here that you don't have up here. You can learn something from everybody. Sit back, watch people's mannerisms, how they act. You can honestly tell if it's a good time to approach somebody if you just sat back and watched them for a couple of seconds. But if you just run up on someone, what if someone's having a bad day, bro? What if they just got some bad news? Yeah. You know, our cell phones are attached to our hips, so we could find out anything at any moment. Just the click of a button, honestly. Yeah. So just read people. Learn how to read the room. Don't go, if there's 5 people in the crowd at one of your shows, bro, don't play some fucking rage, crazy shit, because it's like, play something that's going to be more personal. Don't play some song where you're just talking about going crazy and doing all that. Play something personal to you. That way they can connect because they're going to hear the words you're saying. Now, if it's a big-ass crowd, it don't matter. It could say, duh, duh, duh. And as long as that shit go hard, bro, that crowd's going to get to moving, bro. People are drinking, going crazy and shit, but you just got to read the room, bro. Like, that's it, bro. For real. You got to just learn how to read people. Not their minds, but their body language, their actions, how they're moving, how they're talking, what their eyes are doing when they talk to you and shit. Because a lot of the times you'll go to talk to an artist and they won't look you in the eyes, and you're like, bro, we're cool, bro. Like, you ain't got to be a certain way around anybody, bro. You be yourself at the end of the day, but hold yourself in regard as well, that you don't want to look like an asshole, and you don't want to look like a goofy. You don't want to look like a goofball, bro. I'm telling you, it's so many people out here that think what they're doing is cool by like undermining someone or talking shit on somebody or something. And, oh yeah, this, that, and that. Bro, this island ain't like that, bro. There ain't no need to diss. There ain't. Just uplift each other. Constantly push that positivity, and the world is ours, bro. For real. Yeah. Honestly.
Yeah. So do you think like the biggest issue for artists who are trying to make it in Hawaii is like
it's like it comes down to that, but it also comes down to the fans here. A lot of people here like the island vibe music like this, but they won't open their minds. Yeah. So that's why I was saying earlier, if you from a different area, from the mainland, use your life in the mainland to pump your music and bring it out here too. Like bring attention to over here. Because the mainland's just all looking at each other. They ain't looking at the islands and shit. You know what I mean? There might be a couple that make it out, but for the most part, it's like, it takes, I'm telling you, just everyone, not even just artists, fans, people who are listening to the music. A lot of these songs that I'm hearing, it's a lot of pain put behind it, a lot of heartfelt shit behind it, and people aren't feeling the message of the song. They got to open their minds and their hearts to what, this is art. At the end of the day, if you listen to my music, it's like going into a gallery of my art that I painted myself. That's personal, bro. That's something that we're all as artists trying to let y'all know that we're creative and we're showing you our creations. So respect that. At the end of the day, even if it isn't the greatest song ever or isn't a good song, why would you cut that out of like your life? Creation and creativity is like what makes the world go round. Yeah. We wouldn't have any inventions, nothing, if we weren't creative. Yeah. We'd be fucking still, like still monkeying around, bro. You know what I mean? That ain't how it goes, bro. You gotta be innovative. You gotta be creative, bro. It's just simply as it is. Like you gotta open your mind to people's art. It's a part of me. I don't know. I can't, like I said, I can't speak for everybody, but my art means everything to me. I'm doing this thing for when I do make it and pop off big. Actually, I just thought of this. There's like lines from my songs that like I tell my whole life story in all these songs, like, but there's lines in them. Obviously there's like spacer bars where I'm talking about like getting with some girl or popping a that's just inserted, but you know what I mean? But it's just, there's a lot about my life in there, like, and it's personal to me. Some of my songs really make me tear up, bro, like feel emotional, because I put that into every day. I put my all into everything. And that's why I can't speak for everybody, but I know at the end of the day, if I just get the opportunity, just a little bit of spotlight, I'm gone. I'm out of here, bro. I got this shit. You know what I mean? I'm creative, bro. I'm creative with my creativity. Like, don't box yourself in. Never box yourself in. That's the worst thing you can do. Because now everybody's expecting the same song out of you over and over and over again. Yeah. And that shit's going to get old quick. Expand. You know what I mean?
So you touched on it a little bit. Can you tell me more about what that creative freedom means to you?
So growing up, I wasn't really like, it was hard to express myself. I've always been artistic, man. I was in my room drawing. I wasn't out in the yard. I was out in the yard hitting wiffle balls and shit every once in a while. But for the most part, I really liked like writing and drawing and stuff. And it just, that didn't really get tapped into until I got on my own and started like freestyling at parties and shit. So being able to create has been my breakthrough in my life, to be able to be who I am. Like I've always tried to, growing up, I was trying to be someone else all the time because I didn't think I was good enough. You know what I mean? but always think you're good enough. You're good enough. You're one of one. So don't trip out on yourself. Don't play yourself, bro. Like, these people out here will lurk behind walls just to get you and catch you slipping, but you got to have your own back at the end of the day. Don't let somebody catch you off guard and say something about you that you know you don't represent, you know what I mean? So, like, then I got older, and I kind of ran out of options back home, man. I was fucking up. I just couldn't keep any money, couldn't keep a job. I was just like, what am I doing, bro?
Yeah.
So I joined the military. And I don't know if any of y'all have been in the military. If you have, then you know what I mean. We all got the same haircut for the most part. We all got to wear the same uniform every day. You're expected to be at the same place at the same time or in the same uniform. There's no creativity. There's no singularity, which is great for the military. But personally, it's not a good way to grow. There's no growth there. You know, like, you might grow in body size and you might have mental callous. But other than that, you're not growing as spiritually, you're not growing mentally, you know, you're boxing yourself in. And that's what I had to realize, and that's why I got out of the Army. I would have signed again, but it just wasn't for me, man. I'm creative. I'm really visual and creative when it comes to my future and with my art, with everything that's in my life. Creativity just plays a huge role.
So then, what does that look like for you, like, making music, being able to express yourself? Like, how does that come out, like, during the music process, you know?
Oh, man. So, Jacoby, if you talk to Jacoby, he'll tell you this. Sometimes I'll be in the booth and I'll be, and he's like, bro, that character, put you in that song. Anybody could sing what you just sang. Sing it like you. Sing it like IOSorrow. And then I'll go in there. And I'll do my thing. I'll be like, drop dead Fred. Instead of drop dead Fred, it's, no, drop dead Fred. Drop dead. Like, I kind of got that little twang to my voice. Like you said earlier, you said I have a unique sound. I believe I do too. So I don't like to sound like everybody else. I want my songs to be my songs. No one can copy it. No one can redo that. You know, it's being creative is jumping around. Maybe it's not, hey, I need to smoke weed to record, you know what I mean? Like, hey, I gotta get high or I gotta get drunk to record. You can do whatever is your process, and I'm not gonna hate on it, but that's not where your creativity shows, you know what I mean? Like, as a human, what goes through your mind on the daily is creative enough as it is. You don't wanna, what was the question again? Hold up, I lost it.
It was a minute ago.
Cap. I kind of spun myself into a fucking circle.
If you do get in something and you're going somewhere, even if it's different than the question, just keep going with it. It's fine.
But I lost all of it right now.
All good.
I was like, damn, fuck.
The original question was, how does that, like, creativity and that expression from yourself show in your process?
Yeah, I was rambling before. But
no, all good.
Nah, man. So, like, I just really like getting into it. I see a lot of people just, like, some people would just be too high or too drunk to really do it. You know what I mean? I see a lot of people getting fucked up. I see a lot of people getting fucked up before they go in the booth. And it's like, you're at your most creative when you're having your sober thoughts. Yeah. Because that way you can really think in on what you're doing. You really know you have full control over what you're doing. I like to be sober. That's not everybody's process. I love to be sober in the booth, man. I might smoke a little bit, but I'm not finna be zoned out. I like, my sober mind is creative as fuck. It might be the ADHD. I don't know, but I think of stuff like quick all day, you know what I'm saying? And if you take what drives you, and my creativity drives me, like, every day I like to dress up. I like to wear certain outfits. I don't like to go anywhere not matching. I like to be creative too with what I'm wearing. Sometimes I'll wear 2 different shoes, or I'll wear pants that are a crazy color. So I'm like, you just got to express yourself. I don't know how people can go through life. Like, I've seen a lot of people that they're like gray, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have they're black and white. They're boring. They wear Sonoma shirts and fucking like Levi jeans. Yeah. Like, I'm too creative. I'm too much of myself to go and just wear some regular shit. You know what I mean? Like, that creativity is how you look. It's how you act. It's how everything. I come up with jokes for everything, bro. Like, if this music shit don't catch me on Comedy Central, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna try something, bro. I'm gonna get to the bag regardless, bro. My creativity has always been since I was a little kid, man. Whether it was setting up the army toys, you know what I mean, setting up my army guys, making actual wars happen, or drawing for hours on end, or writing my own movie script, or going out, because I have no brothers, so I had to pretty much play on my own. I had to go in, if I was going to play sports, I was going to throw a ball against the wall. I wasn't going to have, like, I had my sister Birdie. She would play every once in a while, but when she was at her dad's and shit and it was just me, it was just like, what am I going to do? Well,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got sisters. I can't be out here playing football with them. And I wasn't allowed to go and make friends in the neighborhood. I wasn't allowed to leave the yard because I didn't live in the greatest neighborhood, you know what I mean? So I wasn't allowed to leave. So I had to play by myself, bro. I talked to myself, all sorts of shit, bro. And you'll hear that in the song Drop Dead Fred. I was just in my room by myself a lot, man. I was just creative, bro. Just always trying to do something to create. And I didn't even realize it till I got into the music industry that my whole life has led up to me doing this. I had no idea. Maybe if I didn't spend all those nights alone and wondering like what to do, or wishing I had friends and all this shit, maybe I wouldn't have developed my own personality.
Yeah.
Maybe I would have developed into someone else that I wasn't meant to be. But I know now, through all the fuck ups and through all the mayhem of my life has been, I know now that it built me into who I am now. That there is no pressure really situations for me. I've been through a lot of shit. I'm 26. I'm not no sprung. I'm a sprung chicken to someone old as fuck, but I ain't no sprung chicken to life, man. I ain't no sprung chicken to really much of anything. It's just, you just got to get out here and you got to, like I said, you got to learn at all times. Study yourself too. Don't just study other people. Study yourself. What do I do wrong? Just because you got up on stage and you did a show does not mean you performed well. You might be proud of yourself for getting up there, but why wouldn't you criticize yourself on things that you spot that are a little bit off? You know, why wouldn't you want to curtail that and fix every part of your performance? Why wouldn't you want to do that? That's just, you got to just build your creativity more and more and more and more. Hey, maybe next time I can do a backflip off the stage. If you can do a fucking backflip and rap, bro, do it. Like, I mean, like, people come up with crazy ideas all the time, and that's how new shit takes hold. That's how new trends happen. If we weren't creative, then, like I said, we'd be still and eating bananas and shit, being monkeys, bro. You know what I mean? So it is what it is at the end of the day. Just link up together, have an open heart, open mind, open ear. Listen to each other. Listen to yourself. You know what I mean? A lot of people get gut feelings and they go against it because other people want to do something.
Yep.
If you're an artist, you're going to be leading your camp. You're not going to be an artist who's supporting a videographer. You're not going to be an artist who's supporting a producer. You know what I mean? You're gonna be, you're gonna be looked at as the leader of your camp. And if you're not willing to get criticized and like take new information in, and you're not willing to learn, then where are you leading your people to? Where are you leading them? You're not leading them to success, because success takes fail. And if you're doing the same thing over and over again, I think we all know what that's the definition of, being a fucking psycho. Okay? You're just crazy, bro. The same shit over and over ain't gonna win. It ain't gonna win. It ain't gonna work. You know what I mean? So just always try something new, bro. Failing is like, I say it in It's a Murder, at the very last line of It's a Murder. If you ever took a L, it's a lesson. You dig? Like, everything's a lesson. Even when you win, it's a lesson. Take something out of everything you do, and you could never fail. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay, then. So you mentioned a few things in there. What would you say drives you?
I can say 100% my daughter. Ever since I had my daughter,
That's what you said in there that I caught on.
Yeah, I'm about to tear up a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. She saved me from a lot of bullshit, man. I was on a bad road, like really bad road. Like, I was an alcoholic.
Yeah.
I was running around, I was getting high still while I was in the military. I was fucking up, man. I had so much shit going on in my heart and in my mind. I was just broken, bro. And I had I didn't know any other way to really fix it except for getting fucked up. Yeah. And like, once my daughter came here, man, I really changed for the better, because like, I know what it's like to have a shaky relationship with parents, you know what I mean? And I want my daughter to go through life having full confidence, knowing me and her mom got her back, and knowing that she didn't watch her dad slip. She didn't watch her mom slip. She didn't watch no crazy shit happen. She grew up confident in the life I provided for her, because I just don't want my daughter to have the same holes that I have. So I work my fucking ass off, bro. Like, it don't matter what I'm doing right now in my personal life, because I know where my future's taking me. I work at a fucking pizza shop right now. You know what I mean? I'm just doing what I got to do. I'm doing what I have to do right now to get by and to make sure the rent's paid, make sure there's food on the table for my baby mama and for my baby, make sure my friends are good, make sure everybody's good. What drives me is the people in my life, not just my daughter. Everybody in my life, man, I love them. You know what I mean? I love hard, bro. So if I love you, I'm going to do anything I can. I'll die for you. I really will if I love you. So that's what drives me, man, is the love that I have now. Because I ain't never had that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't have all the friends and all the people. But that's what's crazy is you fall into a trap. Like, so if you grow up and you don't have very many friends, a lot of times you fall into a trap of you'll hang out with whoever will accept you. And that's the same people over and over again. Like I said, a psycho. I kept going back to the same group of people over and over again and expecting different results. And all that kept happening was crazy shit kept happening. Fucking,
yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to go into detail, but it's just crazy shit was happening. You know what I mean? Like, so as you get older, you just got to learn from yourself and your own mistakes. You can't keep going back. You got to find who really loves you. I don't give a shit if it's the most corniest person in the world. If they love you and they support you, why the fuck would you turn your back on that person? I don't care who you are, bro. You need love. You do. You need to show love. Cold-hearted motherfuckers, yeah, they seem like they get far, but inside, they always die with regrets. I knew a very happy man who didn't do much of anything when it comes to, like, in his life, but he's fucking happy, bro, because all he does is show love. That's it. He just shows love to everybody. And that's what you're supposed to do, man. You're supposed to love each other. You're not supposed to be filled with hate. You know what I mean? That's my take on it. You can be filled with whatever you want, but just see where that gets you. You know what I mean?
So what will it mean for your baby mama and your little girl when you, like, blow up, you know?
What it's going to mean is, like, so I'll be real. My baby mama's nervous. You know what I mean? Because she knows I love her. Like, I'm madly in love with her. She knows that shit. But she's like, man, all these girls and all these videos, you know? And I'm like, oh, I'm making it so we can make it. It's not me ever. It's not just me. It's not just IOSorrow at any time of any day. If I'm working hard, I'm working hard for everyone in my life. I'm working hard for my family members and my friends who passed away because I know they'd be working hard with me right now if they were still here. You got to drive yourself to, that's what I'm trying to show them is, like, you have to have that drive and that dream. Follow your dreams. It don't matter what the fuck you're dreaming of. Follow it. No matter if you get my support, you'll have my support. As long as you ain't hurting yourself or, like, doing some crazy shit. You know what I mean? You'll have my support. Like, I just want them to know that, like, you can do anything you want. You can do whatever you want. And it's up to you. You got to have the confidence in yourself to move like a soldier through life. You get stuck in the trench, fight up out of that motherfucker, bro. Yeah. Don't run backwards. Don't dig deeper in the trench. Run forward. Run with it. If you have something and you have an idea, show it. We are humans. We are supposed to be creative. We are supposed to show each other the ways around things. Yeah. Like, how do you think we have America? It's not just one culture here. It's every culture. Worldwide. It doesn't matter who you are. There's that culture here. So everybody gets mixed up in shit, man. You just got to work hard and just got to grind for those that love you, man. I'm just trying to show my daughter that she don't have to live the way I lived. She don't have to struggle to get by. She don't have to be homeless. She don't have to do none of that, man. She can really go do anything she needs to do in her life. And that's simple as what it needs to be. It's just I'm trying to show everyone that told me that was closed-minded. Not just my daughter and my baby mama. I mean, I'm also even thinking about like this too. If I make it, I don't even really care about these cars, bro. I don't care about the cars and the clothes. I mean, I love clothes, bro. I'll probably rock some expensive shit, but I don't care about that. I want to have generational wealth and generational spirituality and connectiveness and community. I want to build my own like village when I get this money. I want to take care of my whole family. I watched my mom struggle growing up. Single mom raising 3 kids, on her own, and well, with the help of my dad's child support checks, but 2 bum baby daddies. You know what I mean? She did it on her own. I don't want my family to grow up like that. I don't want to split home. I want my whole family to be close. Like, I got to a certain age and it's like all my aunts and uncles and cousins and grandparents and everything just split. Like, nobody was getting along anymore. Nobody was hanging out. Like, it just felt crazy. And I think that that's where I need to be. That's where this money's going to take it. It's going to make it to where I can create my own companies that I want to create. It's gonna making it in the music industry is the start of me making it. That's a mission in my life, and I love music, and I'll never stop doing it. Mm-hmm. But what my true nature is to do is to work hard, and I loved being a crabber. I loved working in restaurants. I loved all sorts of stuff. Why can't I incorporate that in everything I do? I want my own clothing line. I want to create, man. I just want to keep creating and creating and creating. And dude, if I have all these different companies and shit, why can't I hire my family?
Yeah.
My family got a job forever. Yeah, I mean, like, y'all got money regardless. Like, that's what I want. And when I pass away, I don't want to just pass on debt. I mean, I don't think you really could do that, but you know what I mean? I don't want to pass on with being in debt and being a fucking loser. I want to pass on generational wealth and wisdom and books and pictures and history. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's cut this out.
And we're back, everybody. Appreciate you there wasn't a break for you, actually. There was a break for us, so that'll be instant. But yeah. All right. Question I got for you, which I thought about when we were talking, is tell me about your name, IOSorrow.
So IOSorrow, it started off as just sorrow, but I figured I'd incorporate where I'm at, which is the islands of Hawaii. So I put IOSorrow stands for Island of Sorrow. And I just want people to know that I'm coming from the #1 spot here in Hawaii. So it's gonna be the Island of Sorrow for the next shit till I get done off the pot. You know what I mean? Till I get done shitting. So I'm just letting everybody know that I'm coming for that #1 spot, IOSorrow. And if you did me dirty, shit, you owe me. So you gonna say my name, IOSorrow? Yeah, you damn right you do.
Dang.
You damn right. I collect Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, shit, JPay. I don't give a fuck. Send me it on anything, bro. Cash, nickels, pennies. It's wire transfers, Swiss bank accounts, all of it. Crypto, NFT, bro, it don't matter. I'll take your C note to your car, bro. It don't matter. Just know you owe me something. And I'm coming for it. You know what I mean?
So depending on when people are watching this, do you know or like have any idea of like how long you're gonna be in Hawaii? Like, is this home for you?
So as of right now, it's home for me, but I'm not really sure what's gonna be what leads me into my future. We had plans to leave when my daughter's 4, so we could be in the middle of everything, like my family over in Baltimore and then her family over here and on the West Coast because she's from Cali. So yeah, we were gonna wait, but I don't know. It just depends, man. I might fuck around and move to LA if some shit pops off. I don't know. I'll move anywhere that I'm needed. You know, I don't have no quarrels or qualms about where I need to be. If I need to be there, I need to be there. I don't give a shit if I'm going to North Korea. All right, if they like my music, I guess I'm North Korean now. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. I mean, it don't matter to me. Wherever's fucking with my music, bro, I'll go. Yeah. And I'll go with, my plan is say my music's popping off in like Denver or Colorado. I'm gonna go move to Colorado for a couple years, do some shows, do some local shows, build that loyalty. A couple years later, hey, your music's popping off in San Diego. Guess I'm moving to San Diego, bro. Like, it just doesn't matter to me. Like, I don't concrete myself in anywhere. I don't box myself in any forms of life, not just with my music. I'm not going to sit there and tell you that I really have a generic plan for where I need to be. I'm kind of just going based off of where I'm needed. That's it. That's all I can do, you know? Yeah.
So when did you actually start going by IOSorrow?
This was actually a few weeks ago. So I didn't there's no beef or any problems with the old label at all. It's just that I figured that I didn't want to piggyback off of anybody. I didn't want to, because they were doing their thing, and I love their music. I love everything they got going for them. It's just they do so much work, and it's great. And it's just, like I said, I don't want to branch off of someone else. I want it to be my creation. And it might sound narcissistic and selfish, bro, and it can. I'm taking the risk of not making it at all to make it on my own. And whether you take that seriously or not, I think you should, because at the end of the day, how long do rap groups normally stick around? Like, I don't know really one except for Bones Thugs Harmony, you know, that's still together, you know what I mean? And they don't even really do much anymore when it comes to the music scene. So I don't like to rely on groups. Like, I do have a team, but my circle's small. But I still love MLB. I still love them. Like, but I had to come up with my own thing. If I was gonna be on my own, I had to come up with my own thing. And everybody does the 3-letter thing. Everybody does the acronym thing. Like, I just did a little acronym, you know, just keep it short and sweet. I don't need it to be APFG sorrow. I don't do anything crazy, you know. I just keep it short and simple. IOSorrow. And it has a dual meaning. Is that duality of the meaning is what really spoke to me about that being my name. And it was only a couple weeks ago, man. I talked to Unc over at MLB4E, and I told him, hey, man, I love what we've got done and what we've been doing, and I still want to work with you and collab with Monster and all the artists on your label and shit. I just thank you for everything you've done for me, man. It's driven me to accomplish my dreams on my own. And I think that's something that everyone can take something from is if you're going to do something, why not do it on your own? Why go off of what everyone else is doing? I don't want to fall into doing certain music. I want to do my own. Whatever I feel, that's why I have a studio in my house. Because who knows, bro? I might be sitting there and eating macaroni noodles or something and be like Chief Keef, it's macaroni time, bug. Fuck it, let's go in the studio and record it, see how it sounds, bro. Yeah. It might sound like absolute shit, or it could sound amazing. But I like having my own, it being my own. I don't have to ask nobody, hey, bro, what should I put here? Yeah. Or, hey, bro, what are you thinking about this? Because it's like, at the end of the day, is it your art or is it theirs? And it's like, I think everybody as an individual should try to build themselves, like singularly. But you can do that also while being connected to a group. Yeah. You just have to have your own personal time to build and create your own thing. Now that I'm fully confident in what I'm doing and I have a warm and fuzzy, like I said earlier, about what I need to do. Because I haven't done everything yet. I'm up and coming, bro. It doesn't. Yeah. I'm still learning stuff to this day, and I'll never stop learning. You just gotta take yourself seriously. And if you're trying to branch off of other people, you should really look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, do you really want to do this or not? Because what happens when they get big? What if they get big and you don't? Are you gonna be like we talked about earlier? Yeah. The hating and they made it without me. No, bro. That's not how you got to do it. Because you run the possibility of when you're in a group, one person making it out of that and that person turning on you. It's like having a joint bank account. Wow. Hell no. I don't give a shit who you are. You are not joining bank accounts with me. You won't do it. What my money is my money. Yeah. What my creation is my creation. What's mine is mine. What's yours is yours. I'll never take what's yours from you. But you should never even try to take what's mine. Yeah. Because it's stamped and approved IOSorrows. Can't nobody do what I do, man. It's just simple as that. Nobody works the way that I work. I'll tell you, it's hard to put into words how much I really work. Except for this. If I'm not working, I'm working. Yeah. And even when I'm not working on that work, I'm working on something else. Just believe. I'm like Jamaican, man. I got like 30 different jobs at one time, bro. I do it all. I do it all, bro. No offense to Jamaicans. Like, shout out Jamaica, bro. Motherfuckers love their music. Love your weed too. Bomba clot.
So, where do you draw the line in that of being your own artist and making it yourself and making it for yourself, you know? And then like we were talking about earlier, the community and like the support, especially here.
No. Like I said, you can make it still with a group and still have your own personal successes and personal goals and personal aspirations as an artist. Like, uplift each other. That means like reposting and staying in the community and talking and making plans with people and setting up events, like giving back to the homeless, or like the water wasn't good over here for a while because of the gasoline leak. Why aren't we out here putting water bottles with my face on it? You know, screw it. Sorrow giving back to Sorrow, you know, giving waters out when there's a water. Yeah. I mean, at the time I didn't have the money or the plan. I was still learning so much shit at the time that I couldn't really think of it, but you know what I mean? It comes down to that. Like, we all got to pitch in together. You're an individual, but you're still part of a group. We're still all upcoming Hawaiian artists. No matter what, you're not just your own artist out here. Anywhere. You're an upcoming, wherever you're from, artist.
Yeah, you can't escape that.
Yeah, you're all part of the group. You know, you're all part of the group, and that's where, like, back home, a lot of people, no one makes it where I'm from in music. And there's so many talented people because everybody's worried about other shit other than creation and building together. There's so many hating ass people back home, bro. And it's like, dog, like, stop doing it like that. Why? If we just put down the guns and put down the violence and stop hating on each other, stop all the jealousy and the just immature bullshit, you know how great this, not even a state or a rap game or a rap scene or anything that the world could be. If we just put, who the fuck cares what someone believes or what someone does really, unless it's directly hurting you or something. That's why, like, social media is great. But that, I also believe that's like the downfall of a lot of people is because, like, everybody knows computer fingers and Twitter fingers and all sorts of shit, man. Like, it's a lot of people are saying shit that they'd never speak.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just because you're behind a computer screen. But it's like, bro, so I'll give an instance. Someone could say, hey, bro, I saw your last show, bro. You didn't do very well. Okay, it's just like Mr. Tate said. I don't agree with everything Andrew Tate said. Don't get me wrong. But what color is your fucking Bugatti, bro? Like, what? How did your show go? Oh, you don't have any shows? All right, then why are you talking shit? I got up there. I did my thing, bro. If you don't like it, I'm gonna take the constructive criticism, but don't deliver it like some hating ass bitch because I'm just gonna walk away from you. I ain't gonna have nothing to say because I don't. The fuck? I'm a grown man. I only talk to grown men. I only associate with grown men. So if you're gonna come to me on some little boy shit, I'm gonna treat you like a little boy and I'm gonna leave you to play with them. Just don't play with me like that. Play with your kids. You know what I mean?
So then, what does that, like, independent and self-made artist, like, what does that concept look like to you then?
So, like, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't feel that pride about what, and pride can get you hurt, and that's why I'm playing with fire a little bit because what if I needed that group to make it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm taking that risk on my own, but it's to be self-made. Like, you can't sit there and say no one helps you. You can't say this is all by myself unless you literally were recording everything by yourself. You mixed and mastered yourself. You promoted it yourself. You had fans. You can't make it by yourself. You can't give yourself money. You can give yourself money all you want, but you're still gonna have the same amount of money. You know what I mean? You can't give yourself money, and your money is what, if you're smart and you really want this to be something that's fundamental in your life in the future, and you don't just want to be a one-hit wonder, you're gonna pump the money you make off your music back into your music. So you didn't really make it on your own. You need the millions of people. You need the community. You need that. But making it on your own is being your own person, your own artist. It's not, I mean, there are times that I'll sample other songs in my music, or I'll say a line just to pay homage, though. It's not like I need this to make my song better. It's like, it just fits and fuck it, it's familiar, you know what I'm saying? But that's also creative on its own, to be able to fit something that's popping on another beat onto a different beat. I mean, you see these beat makers, a lot of beat makers take a beat from the 50s and remix that thing, and it becomes a hit song. Oh, excuse me, my fault. But it becomes a hit song, and it's just, individuality is not like literally like just copying and copying. You can do it every once in a while, but if you start hearing my music and everything is sampled and everything sounds like someone else, then I got an issue. But every once in a while I pay homage, and every once in a while you need help. Like I said, like, you really, like, unless you made it in another business and pumped all of your money from that other business into this, and you made it that way, shit. Good for you, bro.
Yeah.
Good for you, because a lot of people can't do that. I look at it as, I want to be my own artist. I want to be whatever I want to do whenever I want to do it. I know a lot of people are like, oh, but Sorrow, what if what you want to do at all the same time is leading you down the wrong path? Well, bro, I've worked for people my whole life. I've been working since I was 11 years old. I've had tons of jobs. Crabbing, locksmith, worked every position in a restaurant. I've done construction since I was 14 years old. I've done electric, HVAC, plumbing. I've done roofing. I've done tons of shit. I worked at UPS and all types of shit, man. And it's just like, you can't sit there and work for someone your whole life and still be yourself. Because at the end of the day, you have someone setting the rules for you. Someone setting the limitations for you. This is your salary cap. Why the fuck would I give myself a salary cap?
Yeah.
There ain't no salary cap for Sorrow. There ain't no salary cap. There shouldn't be one in anyone's mind. There is no salary cap. I'm gonna make my own fucking bread, bro, and I'm gonna pay myself. I might have the same amount of money, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep pumping into my own music. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna, you gotta get it on your own, man. And getting it on your own means, yeah, you gotta work for someone right now. Like I'm working at this pizza shop, whatever. But all of my money is going to my daughter, my bills, and my career.
Yeah.
That's what it means to make it on your own. I'm not borrowing no money. I'm not loan sharking. I'm not out here stealing ideas and trying to fuck people over. And I don't want to be the next any artist that's ever been. I don't want to, he sounds like the next fucking Dirk or the next Kid Leroy. I don't want you to say that. I'm not the next nothing. I'm the next Up, and I'm Sorrow. That is all I'll ever be. I'm not the next anyone. I'm me, and I will always personally be me. And if you try to make me not be me, then fuck you personally, honestly, because that shit not gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Would you say that it's like an important value for yourself to be you and be authentic?
Yeah, because like I said, when I was younger, I didn't have very many friends. So like, as I got older, I started being like other people and doing things that who I am as a person wouldn't really do. But I was doing it to get by.
Yeah.
So I was just fitting in with this crowd so I could get this out of that. And I really realized something in myself one day. It's crazy. Don't do drugs, kids, but I was on LSD and I looked in the mirror and I didn't like what I saw. What I saw was a coward, that someone was too scared to be themselves, would rather be someone else just to be cool, and rather than being who I am. Because being who you are is the most powerful thing you can do. Because no matter what, no one can tell you you're wrong. Mm-hmm. I mean, you could do some wrong shit, don't get me wrong. As who you are, you could be a fucking sack of shit.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, in your mind and your heart, as long as you're moving with both of those, your own mind and your own heart, then the world's your own limit. Like, you set your own limits in life.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to be someone else, you can only do as much as they're doing.
Yeah. It's like one of the last episodes, Reese, he said, better be hated for who you are than loved for someone you're not.
Exactly. And that's what I had. I had all the friends when I was acting like someone else, man. I'm not like, bro, like I might have done some tough shit in my life, like some really crazy shit, but to my core, bro, I'm a sensitive guy. I love hard. I hurt deeply. I think deeply. Everything has a subliminal meaning to me. And it's just, I wasn't being who I was, bro. I was looking past myself to see all these other people who were popular, and I tried to be like them when I was younger. And I think that's also part of growing up too, is you learn the trial and error method. Hey, man, be yourself. At the end of the day, if yourself is some crazy lunatic asshole, maybe take a couple pages from someone else's book, you know, like maybe calm yourself down a little bit.
Well, even being yourself, it's not like yourself is always static, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You could be low vibrational as a motherfucker every once in a while, bro. Sometimes if you catch me, if you call me and I'm asleep, I'm like, bro, I don't not give a fuck, bro. Like, I'm not who I am, bro. Like, that's not me, bro. That's me sleepy. That's me agitated. Me, what the fuck do you want? But if you ask me why I was awake and I just got off work or something, I'd be like, sure, bro, what's up? It's just, you know, you can be low vibrational, you can be high vibrational. It just depends on your spirit and who you are as a person to get through those moments. Because I know if you ask people back home, they'd be like, that motherfucker is crazy, or that motherfucker's an asshole, or he's a dick, bro. Like, he's rude as fuck. He don't care about no one else. And it's not who I am in my nature, though. That's who I was being. Yeah. That's not who I am, bro. Like, I really am a very loving guy, and like I really do appreciate all the love and support that I'm getting now. And this is the only time I've ever gotten love support, was when I'm being myself. Yeah. And nobody really liked it when I was hanging around the people I was hanging around.
Yeah. Well, it's not like authentic love and support from people.
Right. And I was seeing that. Like, my fucking buddy on my fucking birthday set me up. Damn. My best friend of 11 years set me up, bro. And it's like, I opened myself up to a way of life to where he wanted to rob what I was doing. Like, I had certain things that, you know what I mean? I had certain things that I was doing, and he wanted to get in on that without talking to me about it. Yeah. He wanted his hit for himself. Like I said, hating what someone else has. What's on your plate don't make me shit, fam. Mm-hmm. Then that's just how everybody was with me, is that they saw that I had a pretty good head on my shoulders, you know, and I'm loving, and I'm willing to help. And that got ruined by me being around them. I felt like I had to put on this wall because, oh shit, we're going through tough situations, so I got to be tough, right? Yeah. Man, fuck all that, bro. I'd rather walk away from a fucking fight nowadays. I'm a tough man, but I'm not a tough guy, if that makes sense to you at all. I'm not going to go out there and do some tough guy shit. I'm not gonna be yelling in the bar, taking my shirt off. But if you play with me, there's consequences. You know what I'm saying? Not for every little thing, but for major shit. If you do something major to me, you fuck up my money, you fuck up my family, or you do something that's life-threatening to me, okay, then we got a different playing field that we go off of. But little petty bullshit, man, I just brush that shit off, bro. I ain't give a fuck about that, man.
One thing you've mentioned a couple times now is being like, along the lines of being authentic and learning and growing is being spiritual. What does that mean to you?
So I'm not trying to press my beliefs on anybody, but I believe in God and Jesus Christ, and I believe that there's a way to. A lot of people just look past the spirituality of like what it means to be a human. Your soul is in your body. You are not like me right now. Like this is just my body. This is not me, if that makes sense. This is something I possess. My soul is possessing this body. But if I die, what are you then? Mm-hmm. That's who you are. What makes all this work, your brain, your heart, and your breath is so much more powerful than people. Dude, think about it, man. You see it all over TikTok, I'm sure. Like the government does this, that, and the third. They're trying to split up families. They're trying to split all this up. They're making this system to where we don't know how powerful we truly are because we're so focused on all the bullshit going on, the balloons and the UFOs. And man, I don't give a fuck about nothing, man. When my time comes, that's when my time comes. What the fuck? I'm gonna stop a missile? Hell no. But you know what I mean? Like my spirit though is what drives me in every single way, and people really need to get in touch with that. Meditate. Talk to yourself. How the fuck are you gonna know yourself if you don't have a convo and actually like decipher things within yourself? Words mean so much. And like it's almost like casting a spell almost, your words are. Have you ever heard of what's it called? Fucking
like positive affirmations?
Affirmations and like speaking things into existence.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's true, man.
Oh yeah, positive. I'm such a believer in positive affirmations.
I always told, no matter who I was or what I was going through in the moment, I always told everyone I'm gonna make it somehow. I'm gonna do it doing something. Yeah. And I realized all of my failures came from me trying to be something I wasn't. I wasn't the best football player in the world, but I was doing what certain family members of mine would have wanted me to do. I wouldn't go to be a graphic designer. I feel like I'm falling down the path that another family member wanted me to do. Yeah. Then I go here and I get the 9 to 5 and I'm working some schmuck ass job, letting some 40-year-old manager of some shoe store tell me what to do. And it's like, what the fuck am I doing, bro? Like I knew there was something off with life from a young age. And now I finally know what it is that you need to get in touch with who you are to your core. Fuck what everyone thinks, dude. Because this little blip in time that you are right now does not matter. Whether you believe it or not, I believe that everyone goes somewhere after they die. You go somewhere, whether you believe it's the DMT trip down into your fucking spine and that's what heaven is or what the afterlife is, then so be it. But just know that what you're thinking and what you're doing in your life, if you're suppressing yourself, you're going to suppress your afterlife. You're going to suppress your real, raw experience as a human being here on earth. You're going to suppress everything around you to where, like I said, you're gray, you're low vibrational, you don't make a difference. Everybody likes to think, too, about like Christianity, like the good old boy that graduated high school he's got it right. He stayed in his hometown, married his high school sweetheart. Bruh, God likes damaged people, fam. He don't. What the hell? Why would you need God if everything was great in your life? You need to go out and you need to speak to people, man. That's like, I'm not just saying about God, you know, because there's a lot of people don't believe in God and don't believe in Jesus. So yeah. You can take this into your spirituality. Whatever you believe in, talk about it. Don't try to swindle someone into believing it by any fucking means at all, dude. You know what I mean? I'm not the representation of Christianity. I'll never say I am. Never say that. Because I move different. I move different than a lot of people do. And I move off of what I believe is to be true. You know what I'm saying? So some people believe in crystals and gems and stuff. And that's spirituality, though. You feel that. When you're doing it, obviously you're not going to go and do something every day you don't believe in.
Yeah.
Who the fuck does that? Like, what a weirdo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So whatever, you're spiritual. Like, no matter what, you have a spiritual vibration in you. And if you don't let it show, then you're kind of just wasting your fucking time here. If you don't want to go out and really make a difference or really do anything, what the fuck are you doing here? You're a waste of space. And I'm sorry, but that's just the way it really is with this world, is that so many people are so caught up in paying their bills and making it to the football games and to this, that, and the third, and the government, and the shit's not even real, bro. Because, like, what... Do you know how your soul got into your body? Hell no. But I'm sure along the lines, if you study any religious book or something, it'll tell you how it happened.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's the Quran or... I mean, I haven't read through all of these, but I'm sure there's something in there about it.
Yeah.
Don't be low vibrational, bro. Stop being a hater. Stop being fake. Stop being anything, bro. Because I'll tell you myself, bro, from experience, it doesn't work. Being yourself and being true to who you are is really like the true aspect of everything. Fuck what they gotta say. Who the fuck cares? You think they're gonna like rule the world one day? No, bro. None of us get to rule this shit. You know what I mean? That's ruled by other things. But it's just people just get so lost in day-to-day life that they don't really realize that they need to take time for themselves to learn who they fucking are. What makes their heart beat? What makes their heart go fast, and what makes them excited. And that's another thing too, is people get so like, I mean, it's random, I know, but people get so caught up in this like anxiety thing, bro. Sometimes you don't even have anxiety. Like, I understand, like, if you're just sitting there and you just think about something, your heart starts racing. Okay, yeah, that's anxiety. But if you're about to go do something, I had to learn that through performing. Like, I don't have anxiety going on stage. I have excitement. I have Dane Cook said it. What if anxiety is just your excitement being suppressed? There's a thin line between excitement and anxiety. So what if you're really tuckering yourself out thinking it's anxiety, and you're having a, like we say, low vibrational thought about what you're experiencing as a human?
Yeah.
That it doesn't mean that it's anxiety, bro. Like, I get up on stage, my heart's thumping. I don't care if it's one person or 3 million. I know because it's something I care about, that I'm so passionate about, that it gets my blood pumping. It makes me breathe deeper, makes me really take it in. And if you don't feel that way, then you're either really used to what you're doing, or you kind of, it seems like you don't care. You know, I have an extreme fear of failure.
Yeah.
But I'll still go through that motherfucker. I accomplish my fears. So I don't want to fail, but if I have to fail in this to go learn what my true aspect of who I'm supposed to be in this world is, then so be it, bro. I don't need to be a recorded artist. I don't need it, but I'll fight like hell to get there.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to beat me down, like, to the ground, through the ground, to get me out of this. Like, that's it. If it starts making a negative impact on my family, then it's done. It's rap, bro. Like I said, my love for my daughter and my baby mama and my family is like no other. So if it's negatively affecting my experience with them or their experience with me, I'm going to have to cut it short. But I won't let it get to there, because I'm doing this now. Like I said, I could have been dropping music by now, but I want the longevity. I want this to be no question about it. You're in.
Yeah.
And that's what it takes, man. Always have a backup plan too. Why? What are you doing just one thing for? Spread yourself out a little bit. Not too much, but spread yourself out, dude. Go get a job you never thought you'd be able to do. Who the fuck knows? Maybe you're the best fucking pot maker in the world. Like, you know, like best pan maker in the world or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe you really are an inventor. Maybe all that shit they told you at the science fair when he was in 4th grade ain't true, bro. Maybe you was a genius, bro. You know Thomas Edison, bro? His school kicked him out. They wrote a letter to his mom. They kicked him out because he was too dumb.
Damn.
But guess what? His mom read him the letter and said, you need to be put in advanced schools. You're a genius.
Huh.
And guess what? He became one of the best inventors to ever do it.
Yeah.
Did he steal a couple ideas? Yeah, but, you know, he's still recognized and remembered forever as that. So it's like, dude, it just really depends on you and what you really want to get out of this experience. If you just want to go and fuck bitches and drive fast cars and shit, go rent a car, get some fake money and some fake jewelry, and go walk down a major city. I'm sure you can trick some girl into giving you some. But if you really are doing this to escape the 9-to-5 indoctrination of what we go through as Americans is this falsity of, hey, you have to go to college, you have to do this, you have to, fuck that, bro. Like, go out and do something. Don't just, like, what the fuck, bro? What are you doing? Like I said, the Thomas Edison thing is crazy to me because if his mom would have read him that he's too dumb, what would have happened?
He probably would have believed that shit, you know?
He would have believed it. He would, like I said, words are spells, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right? It's crazy to think that that's like a true story. Like, damn, bro, you end up being one of the people that we call a genius. You know what I'm saying? And it just, life works in certain ways. Something was telling his mom to say that. You know what I mean? It wasn't just like, bing, I should tell him that. Something was, some force in the universe, where whatever you believe in, was pushing her to say that to him. Because that's what we needed, that advancement in our way of life. We needed light. What the fuck? We wouldn't be doing this right now. I'll tell you that. It would be a dark fucking room right now. It would be dark as hell. You know what I'm saying? So you never know. Don't let hate. Because if she would have read him that, she just read him the opposite of what she was reading. Look at all the hate, unless it's necessary. Like as long as it's constructive criticism, learn from it. But if it's hate, bro, fuck, blinders up, bro. Like deafening little thing, whatever you gotta do to get past that, get past it. Because like at the end of the day, people's words, they, like I said, they do cast spells, but that's only if you take in the spell. You can't.
Yeah.
If it's something you truly don't believe in, don't let that shit happen.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, that's what it comes down to, bro, is believing in yourself and believing in those around you and just always being high vibrational. Not always, but like when you're in these environments. Like right now, if I came in here like, today was a bad day, bro. Like, what the fuck you want to do this interview with me for? You know what I mean? Like, why are we doing this? Like, just come back another time.
Yeah.
But if you're around people who are motivated, show your motivation. That's not the time to be low vibrational. If they catch you on a bad day and you're just walking around somewhere and they try to be high vibrational and you're not feeling it right then, you know what I'm saying? Take it for what it is. But because I know we're not perfect. You can catch me like I said, some days, bro.
In the morning.
Like, who the fuck is this guy? Is that the same guy from the interview, bro? What the fuck? But it's just what we go through. I have a very human experience, you know. But I like to deal with my problems in supernatural ways. And that's just the way I decide to handle them. And however you decide to do what you got to do it's up to you, man. We're all human. But we're also not human. And I hope you guys realize that you really do have something insane behind this cage you got in your chest. This is different than what you really think it is. It's powerful. I've seen it. I've the past year, man, I've been just praying hard and talking to myself every day, like, you got this. Because there's parts of this game, man, that will make you feel like you're this small. You're this small. You'll see an artist that you always loved or something, right? And you'll go to talk to him, and you'll see, bro. You'll feel this big, bro. Like, I can be as confident as I want and have all this knowledge that I have, and I can still go up to a motherfucker that has accomplished my dream already, and I'm gonna be a little shaky, bro. I am, because it's like, I know how they look at upcoming artists. Like, man, half the people that are rapping to you on the street is just garbage, bro. It's just trash. And like, I understand it, but you just gotta branch out. The best things happen when you're not comfortable. Like when you're uncomfortable. Oh yeah. I mean, honestly, I like to explain myself because a lot of people like the whole cancel culture and everything. Obviously, there's parts that are of uncomfortability that aren't okay. Certain aspects of that are like, okay, yeah, get the fuck out of there. Yeah. But when you feel like you can't go any further, or that I'm scared to jump, that's when you go. That's when you jump. And I'm not talking about off a building, bro. Like, stay alive, stay with us. But I'm talking about when you feel like your back's up against the wall and you don't know what to do, and you're do it. Do what you've been planning, bruh. All you can do is get a no. That's what I used to tell my homeboys walking around trying to get girls. Bro, the worst they can say is, ew, fuck no. That's 1 in 7.5 billion fucking people, bro. Who cares? Who cares? Yeah. You know what I mean? I really don't even care what 100 million think. What about the other... I don't even know. I ain't gonna do that math for y'all right now. I'm smart, but not that smart, motherfucker. But you know what I mean? Like, however many people are left. Yeah. Let's try them out. Let's see what they got going on. Not everybody's gonna like IOSorrow. Not everybody, but I'll tell you what, something's brewing, bro. Something's brewing.
Yeah.
There's some buzz behind my name already that I'm loving.
Yeah.
And I haven't even done anything yet. I just know, I've always gone out and made those connections and networked and tried to be cool when I'm around, like, not, you know what I mean, like, cool with them. Not like, hey, he's a pretty cool guy. Like, I mean, like, I'm not going to be like, yo, what's good with you? I'm not going to talk out of body. Like, I'm going to still be me, but I want you to know that I got a level head and I handle things like a grown-ass man. That's the only thing I want people to know is that, like, acting, being mature is, a lot of people you'll see on the internet are getting famous for being immature. Like, just doing stupid shit. That's not longevity, bro.
Yeah, no way.
This is like, it's doing stupid, immature shit. Look at Jake Paul. This is who I know a lot. I speak a lot about. I take lessons from anyone. I truly believe you can learn from fucking anybody, man. Like, Jake Paul, look at him in the beginning, dude. He was doing stupid shit. Everyone hated him. But now look. He's handling himself like a fucking man.
Not many people like that actually learn like they did, both of them.
Exactly, bro. Like, he made it doing the goofball shit. He can still to this day be doing goofball shit, him and Logan. Logan runs, like, a pretty successful podcast. I don't know if it really is, like they say, the most, I think they say the most popular in the world on the podcast, but I don't know if that's true or not. I think it's Joe Rogan. But look how far they've come.
Yeah.
They're business moguls right now, bro. And if you don't look at them like they're geniuses just because of the way they act for the camera, then you're honestly missing out on some real, like grind, bro. They really did make, okay, they weren't from the hood or whatever, but just because you're not from the hood doesn't mean you didn't make it from nothing. Yeah, from just Vine stars to now, how many businesses, how many millions? That's not chance. That's not an accident. At first, he made money off people watching a 7-second video of him. Yeah. Now he has people he's making millions off people listening to him talk for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Yeah. That's how you do it, bro. Who the fuck cares what these people got to say? Dude, I mean, honestly, sometimes it's going to look like you're getting hated on by the whole world. But who the fuck cares? They're still talking about you, bro. You're still, bad publicity, good publicity. Publicity is publicity, bro. Like, I can't be mad at them. You know what I mean? Like, that girl Sharkeisha was fucking famous as fuck for like a whole month when she knocked that bitch out like 10 years ago, 11 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure she looks on that video now and is like, I probably shouldn't have done that. But look where it got her. I mean, I don't know if she's really made it or put anything behind it, but it got that opportunity. Something negative she did got some light, and it got famous overnight. You never know. This is the thing, too, that I've incorporated in my life now. Always act as if the cameras are rolling. Even when you're by yourself, don't do no weirdo shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't even hate when it's just you. Like, if you see someone on Instagram and you're like, goofy ass, bro, look at this outfit this dude got on. Look at this dude, you know? Yeah. Like, what are those type shit? Like, bro, don't practice bad habits behind closed doors. Oh, man, that's that right there. Because you practice those behind closed doors, that's gonna turn into who you are. Exactly, and that's what relates back to me, bro. I used to be a little punk, bro. I used to be a little I hated everyone. I hated myself. That's the main reason, I just didn't like what I was doing. You gotta love yourself. And don't go be someone else behind closed doors than you are out in public, because that's being fake to who you are. I mean, you know, like, it comes with certain levels of degrees. Don't go and be like, I fucking hate you, bro. If you're in a business situation, you know, like, don't be personal, but don't get too personal with anyone either, because people love to hold shit over your head, and I had to learn that the hard way. Because there's a lot of things that I've told people over the years that I know if I do make it, people are going to be gonna come out. Hey, okay, and I'm going to have to own up to that. Yeah. You know? But I really am an open book, man. I've done stupid things. I've lied. Yeah. I've cheated. I've stolen. I've never, I've tried to be tougher than what I really was. And I put myself and people around me in really dangerous. 10 minutes. Huh? We'll go 5-10 minutes, all right? Oh, yeah, you're good. Yeah. But I was putting people in predicaments that they weren't built for. Yeah. And that's another thing. realize who you're around. Realize the caliber. Don't be phony with your homeboys, bro. If you know your homeboy will get knocked out with a simple smack, don't go start a fight while you're with him. Because it's not good for your brand. Know who you're around and know the caliber of the people that you're around. Know that if you're doing illegal shit in front of this dude and he's going to tell on you, don't do the illegal. Just wait till he's not around to do the shit, or don't bring him around. Or, you know, if you know your girl a little miscellaneous, not miscellaneous, but
promiscuous.
That's the word. Thank you. Promiscuous. Why the fuck you gonna have her around all your homeboys and leaving her around your homeboys when you're by yourself? You know what I'm saying? Why would you do that? Don't do stupid, goofy, goofball shit. Don't do it. There's no point. Be a man. And when I say be a man, I'm not saying, oh, I'm gonna punch you. Like, it ain't about no bravado shit. It's about standing on what you say and being what you're about and being true to yourself and those around you. Like I said, man, I was a liar a long time in my life. I was lying and swindling people and manipulating people, and I was a gaslighter, and I would hold things against people, and I had to really get out of my home environment to change who I was. I had to come out here to Hawaii to soul search, man. I was soul searching like a motherfucker when I got here, especially when I found out that my girl was pregnant. Because I was like, oh shit. Like, yeah, I gotta get this thing together. Like, I gotta do something. I gotta figure it out. And that's I taught myself how to really be a sponge and only take in good information. Be a sponge, but have a filter. Yeah. You know, like, don't sponge in everything, because there's a lot of people who really fuck up good business doing stupid shit. And I've seen that. I've seen people that don't do good business, and then they turn around and they try to tell everybody, oh, I've run the no bullshit company with no bullshit contracts. And then you look at the contract and you're like, what the fuck is, what? Bro, what am I signing up for right now? You know what I'm saying? You got to read the terms and conditions. That's another thing. I'm sorry, bro. That, you know what I mean? Like, read your contracts. It don't matter if it's a house agreement, if it's the water bill, if you're getting a beat from somebody and they give you terms and conditions with the beat that you're getting, read the legality and the contracts, and have someone who's got a little bit more experience than you do, that you trust, that you love, and you really, that your people look at these contracts with you, because, man, it's just the wording. It's literally the wording, and a lot of people don't have that vocabulary that are getting involved with rap music. They don't have that vernacular, that professional speech, because a lot of them aren't from good areas. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them don't work on their product. So
there's a name for that. There's literally a name for the legal law language. I'm blanking on it now. I want to say it's like I don't J know. Black or something like that language. It's literally there's whole things on that, on how, like, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt or nothing, but on how that is so important to learn, because people who know it, who grow up in a place where they can learn that, they will use that. And if you don't know that, if you never had the opportunity to learn that, you're going to get fucked by the people who do, because they will fuck you.
And that's the thing too, man, is like, I'm not the greatest with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm smart and I can carry myself a certain way, and I take myself seriously. I used to talk like an asshole, bro. I used to, what's up, dummy? And like talk like I was Baltimore, you know, like, yeah, I'm trying to go do some stupid shit, yeah, like, but I went to the military, and that's what taught me how to speak, because it looked like you really mean what you're saying when you're pronouncing it the right way. But if you like saying the cuss word every other, I cuss a lot, but still, but I'm also speak on what you just said. I don't know all the ins and outs of the legality and shit. That's why I have a lawyer that I send all my contracts to. Yep. I mean, I might have to bust him off 150, 200 per contract, or whatever amount he comes up with in that moment. But it don't matter, bro. Like, you need to have someone that you trust that knows this shit. Because I'm pumping my money into being an artist, and my thoughts and my process into being and studying how to be an artist, not how to be a lawyer. Yeah. Have a lawyer on your team. If you're really serious about this, you need to have an official team. Lawyers, videographers, promoters, managers, producers, people who just fucking, well, you can call up at any time. Hey, bro, grab a camera and just come follow me around. You need to have that. And I'm still building mine. Don't get me wrong. I'm not anywhere further than anybody else is right now. I'm actually kind of behind the ball with like the music not dropping and stuff, but I'm willing to take that risk of building my team and building an empire and taking my time. Like, what did they say? Rome wasn't built overnight?
Yep. It wasn't built in a day.
Yeah. Rome wasn't built in a day. Like, if you really want something that lasts, like past your little blip in this existence, then you're gonna have to start studying. You're gonna have to get on that horse, bro. You just gotta take yourself seriously from now on. Like, you going out and doing drugs all day and recording yourself doing drugs and rapping and throwing money and doing all this shit, that's cool and all. Like, do your thing, man. Pop off by all means. But if you're not doing the studying behind the scenes, I can't tell you you're gonna make it far. I mean, obviously I haven't made it yet, so I don't know if what I'm saying is true. But all I can tell you is what works for me in other aspects of my life.
Yeah, you can look at like the models of the people who have made it, and it's that continuous learning, you know? Like Logan, Jake Paul, they wouldn't have made it if they stuck to just content creation like that, you know? They have always kept that because that's their bread and butter. That's what made it for them. But they moved laterally also into business, into podcasts, into live events, into boxing, into promotions, all that type stuff.
Exactly. And it's not even just that, bro. He was working on bringing Pokemon back into like mainstream.
Yep. And it's back. I don't know how much it ever went away.
Well, it was more of like the, that middle generation.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 26, so not like I'm talking about like a 22, 23-year-old, 21, like or 20. It seems like it kind of skipped over them a little bit because it kind of faded out after like I got to like middle school. Yeah. It was when it really like was just kind of like it wasn't as big and popular, but. It still always was big. Yeah. It just depended on who you were. Like Pokemon Go.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I was about to say Pokemon Go was a big reason I think.
Fucking running through traffic to catch these Pokemon, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Obviously, shit's popping, but that's the thing is he sees that's had a loyal crowd for 30 years.
Yeah.
So it's smart to build off of that, just like The Simpsons.
Yep.
Why not have a cover art like The Simpsons?
Yeah.
That's something that everyone can relate to. Everyone knows that yellow guy, know? But at the end of the day, I just think that everybody needs to start taking themselves seriously and realize that this is a business, that this isn't a playground. Yeah. It's a business. That's what it comes down to.
All right, man. Question I always ask is, man, if with the audience we have here today, if you had like one message, one word, one final like thought, I don't know, anything to give them, what would you like depart them with?
Just be who you are, and no matter how many times you stumble or how many times you fall or how many times you think that there's no road left, just take a look in the mirror and realize that you have a whole lot more in store for everybody around you. Don't give up on yourself. That mountain that you see in front of you, it's just a bunch of small hills, my guy. It's a fucking illusion. There ain't no mountain in front of you. There's never a mountain in front of you. It's just a bunch of small little hills gathered up together. It's an illusion. Once you get over that first hill, you're like, oh shit, this mountain's getting smaller. Second hill. Is this a mountain? Third hill. I'm pretty sure this ain't a mountain. Fourth hill. This is just a bunch of little small tests. Yep. Go through it. Experience it. You're a human. Give yourself a human experience and give yourself a chance to do what you dream of. Fuck what everyone has to say. Be who you are. And that's it.
Well, shit, man. Thank you so much for your time today and everything.
Of course, bro.
All
Thanks
your
for
thoughts.
having me, man.
Yeah, man. I'm glad we could get you on to here, interview you, learn some about you. So for people who may be driving, anything, listening right now, not be at the video, can you say your socials out? Or like your handles and everything? And if you got your phone, like anything?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can. I'm going to go off of them because they're all named something a little different.
Yeah.
So my Instagram is island_of_sorrow. So that is, again, you know what? Fuck it. Watch this. Can you see it? Nah, it's all blurred.
I don't know.
Okay. So my Instagram is island_of_sorrow. My TikTok is Island of Sorrow, and then I'm pretty sure my Snapchat is jshmoneybaby96. I still have to switch that over to my professional account, but other than that, I don't have a Twitter. I don't do Twitter, man. It's just like I get enough social media on my phone. And then other than that, Facebook, I don't have a artist account for my Facebook. So follow me on Instagram at island_of_sorrow, and it's the same thing for my TikTok, Island of Sorrow. Coming up, we got Mandela Effect, February 24th. Go get that shit. Especially if you're a Gump fan, man. I got everything in there, bro. Just check it out.
So where do you drop your songs?
SoundCloud, YouTube.
And then to find you on those, what should they search?
What was that?
To find you on those, what should they search?
IOSorrow.
IOSorrow.
It's just literally the letters I-O and then sorrow, one word, IOSorrow.
Well, sweet. Appreciate it. Appreciate all of you for making it this far. If you did, listen to us get into it and everything. I hope you learned some about IOSorrow. I hope you check out his links, which are in the description. Give him a follow. Listen to his streams. Stream his music and listen to his music. Follow him on everything. Support him. Everything like that. Really, up and coming artists, up and coming creatives. Both of us, everybody who's been on here. Your likes, your follows, your shares, all that means more than you could know. Really appreciate you. Have a good one. Drink water, exercise, stay healthy, do what you love, be yourself, and peace. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Peace out.
Sweet. Hell yeah. You like it? Yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be tough for